There's a lot of noise right now about AI replacing software developers. And yes, AI can write code, but that's not the debate anymore. The real question is, will it deliver any benefit or cost saving compared to the traditional paradigm of software development? Because when you get beyond hobbyist apps, proofs of concept or small-scale, well-bounded applications and start thinking about enterprise-scale solutions, the conversation's very different. The biggest bottleneck in writing software has never been typing in the code. It's actually understanding the problem and getting clarity on the requirements. Humans aren't great at expressing what they need clearly enough, specifically enough, and unambiguously enough to feed another team of human beings, let alone an AI, to deliver the right thing first time. I spent nearly a decade working in waterfall projects before I was converted to agility, where big requirement specifications were needed before software development could start. And here's what that experience taught me. Even with the smartest people in your team, your first attempt at building something big from a requirement specification is usually not correct. It needs to be iterated. Now take that reality for iteration and apply it to the world of AI. All AI will do is deliver exactly what it thinks you're asking it for, the way it's interpreted your prompt. That almost certainly won't be right first time. So what happens then? Well, in a traditional software development environment, you'd get the requirement stakeholders, the developers, maybe the testers, maybe a product owner together, and you'd discuss the problem. Then there'd be some debugging, some looking at the code, and you'd get to the root cause of the problem and fix it. Then everybody would look at it again and agree that it was working. But in the new world, where you haven't got software developers and the people who are doing the prompting can't read the code, all you can do to solve these problems is iterate the prompt over and over, trial and error, tweaking the prompt in really subtle ways until you think the output is what you actually need. And that, honestly, sounds like a mind-numbingly tedious job for someone to do. We'd be trading those intellectually stimulating conversations between developers and requirement holders for isolated and frustrating prompt iterations. And there's another area that doesn't get talked about enough: maintenance. Yes, in theory, you could also use AI to maintain your code base when there's problems. But when you've got an issue, you'll be revisiting prompts that were written by someone else a long time ago, potentially, trying to work out what to change in a prompt that was previously considered good enough for the output to make it into your production environment. The prompt is a layer of separation between the symptoms of the problem and the root cause in the code. A developer and a product owner understanding the problem and debugging the code at source will always, I think, be quicker and easier than minutely modifying a prompt that was previously considered good enough, hoping that the output code will be right this time. Those iterations will be making small changes to the prompt. They must be small changes and subtle changes because the code was previously considered to be good enough from the prompt that it originally had. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that AI is a bad thing. I think it's a great tool used correctly. It absolutely can accelerate the fingers to keyboards activity of creating code in the hands of experienced developers. But the rest of it, outside that fingers to keyboard act of typing in the code, the deep thinking, the problem analysis, the collaboration, the debugging, the understanding the nuances, those things will still always, in my opinion, need smart, engaged human beings. AI won't replace developers, I don't think. If people try to use AI to replace developers, I think it's just going to push the effort and the pain somewhere else. So yes, AI is impressive and we shouldn't fear it, but don't let the hype from people building relatively simple applications convince you that it's ready to replace software developers in an enterprise-scale software solution environment. It's not ready yet, and it might never be, because what you might save in money or time by getting rid of software developers and using AI, you lose in other places because of the difficulty of defining complex things in enough specific detail. What do you think? Drop me a comment below.